Hare Krishna, good evening and welcome all of you all for our Saturday evening Bhagavatam class, and we are now been doing the Kunti Stuti. So we are starting the first lecture on Kunti Stuti. We have already completed the introduction part of it. So today we will be discussing about the various verses. Individually we will be describing each and every verse and its implication and importance. So let's have a fast recap of what we had studied till last week. What was the background? How was the background? Come on, fast. Who remembers? At least now take out your books first. Those who are not present will also take out their books and start seeing. Come on, boliye.
Now Uttara has come running to Lord Krishna to save the child.
First, they all went to the Ganges. All the Pandavas, along with Mother Kunti and the ladies, went to the Ganges for offering water oblations to the dead and the departed ones. Yes, continue.
And then we spoke about the 5 most chaste women.
Before that, they lamented very badly. Then that is where in Mahabharata this comes, that how Karna is their own brother. There it declares, but this is not in Bhagavatam, but it is there in the Mahabharata it comes. And there all lamentation is happening. And including Krishna, who is God himself and who is a doer of the entire drama, he is also lamenting. Hi, mera ye mar gaya, wo mar gaya. And you know the best part, Krishna did better lamentation when the Lakshagriha incident happened. When the Lakshagriha incident happened, it was declared that the entire Pandavas have died. And even Kunti Mata has died. And they are already gone for hiding. And the same Krishna telling Arjuna, he is telling her to go and marry Draupadi. He took him to the Swayamvar. But the same Krishna here in front of everyone, especially in front of the Kauravas, Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, he is crying. Arey, mera bhai mar gaya, main kya karunga, meri bua mar gayi, this and that. So don't worry, he is a very good actor. And that is going to be described in the earlier coming verses, it will be there. Then what is it, Mataji? What was it?
5 women were the most chaste women. In which Kunti Mata also comes. Ahilya, Kunti, Madhuri, Draupadi and Tara. And then Krishna has asked Yudhishthira to perform the 3 Ashwamedha yagnas.
Yes.
And then he is now preparing for his departure, but then he sees Uttara running towards him to save the child because there's a Brahmastra that has
been fired by Ashwathama. That is the speciality, in earlier Hindi movies, ek bar goli lag jata tha, villain, it was considered as the villain is over, but the last minute there is this twist in the turn, and the villain takes out the police wala's gun or some other gun and flaunts it the hero or the heroine, and then he is fired and killed. So something of that sort of masala is here. But what here we get, that is only masala in a movie. But in the Shastra, everything has a reason. Everything has we are got a learning behind each and every incident. Now, what is the first thing we learn from this? A person like Ashwathama, though he was the son of Dronacharya, he is not fit to be given the knowledge of all Brahmastra and all Divyastras, because knowledge of having it is not important. Where to use it and how to use it is more. That discretionary power should be there in the person's mind. दिमाग में वो सोच होनी चाहिए कि कब यूज करना चाहिए उसे को और कब यूज नहीं करना चाहिए. ये भी एक तरह का ज्ञान है जो अश्वत्थामा के अंदर बिल्कुल नहीं था. So he fired, and then Uttara came running to Krishna, and she is saying, मैं मर गई तो चलेगा. If I die, it's okay, but please save my child, because there is the only Vanshaj left in the family of the Pandavas. So please save that child. And immediately what did Lord do? Immediately Lord was standing out as if doing nothing. But Lord from within the heart, who never enters anyone's womb, entered into Uttara's womb, and with his 4 hands he started neutralizing the Brahmastra, and the entire Brahmastra was neutralized. And that is where Kunti Maharani starts praising him. And thus saved him from the radiation of the Brahmastra. Kunti, the chaste devotee of Lord, and her 5 sons and Draupadi addressed Krishna as he started home. तो ये पूरा काम करने के बाद, बचाने के बाद, मतलब परीक्षित महाराज को बचाने के बाद, when he was about to leave, that time अपना Kunti Maharani is actually stopping him, but she is not stopping him directly, मत जाओ बोल के, but she is glorifying him. And we have to understand, every prayer has got 3 angas. What are the 3 angas? You know, I know, you wait. What are the 3 angas? Mangalacharan, okay. The glorification. Falastuti, no. Bolliye.
Telling in what position we are.
That is second part. First one, I have always told you all, please note it down, engrave it in a stone and keep it. Sampratmika, Dainya Bodhika, Lalsa Mai. This is very important. Any prayer or song, if you see, as per the Vaishnava system, it has to be Sampratmika. First you glorify that person. You're great. You're nice. This is Sampratmika. दैन्य बोधिका, मैं कितना दीन हूं, आई एम नॉट फिट फॉर इट, मैं कितना तुच्छ हूं, यू आर ट्राइंग टू टेल दैट. संप्रात्मिका, दैन्य बोधिका, एंड देन लालसा माई. व्हाट इज दैट लालसा माई? जो इच्छा हो आपकी वो मांग लो भगवान से. भगवान मुझे ये इच्छा है, आप मांगो. सीधा मांगना नहीं, सीधा मांगना नहीं. दिस इज, दैट्स व्हाई स्तुति ऑफ एनी Vaishnav, senior Vaishnava, or like Bhishma Pitamaha or Kunti Maharani, that is different to what stuti you and I also do. Stuti, भगवान आपके हाथ में जो बांसुरी है ना, पूरा सोने का है, आपको तो जरूरत नहीं है, मुझे दे दो थोड़ा सा. तो हम लोग ऐसी कथा व्यथा सब सुनाते रहते हैं भगवान को, बट इट इज अ बिग वेस्ट, बिकॉज वी आर ओनली इंटरेस्टेड इन द ग्रीड ऑफ इट. बट why? What makes Vaishnava Acharya's songs important? You read any songs, Bhajaure Man, Sri Nanda Nandana, you read any of the songs. I'm just naming one. So many songs are there. Every song is broken into 3 parts basically. Sampratmika, glorifying the Lord. Dainya Bodhika, your incapabilities or how small you are, और या इतने तुच्छ हो आप. हम सब तुच्छ हैं भगवान के सामने, we are all तुच्छ. When you do say these 2 things, then आप कृपा के अधिकारी बनते हो. Then you become entitled for kripa. When someone comes and tells you, some beggar or someone comes, please give me, I am not having food. When he says that, then you do kripa. चलो ले भाई, ले 100 रुपये रख, खा ले. तो same way, we are also not qualified for saying, come on, give me. कैसे एंगल से आप मांग सकते हो भगवान से? We are not qualified to ask. So this is very important. So Kunti Maharani starts with a very nice. She first is paying obeisances to him, and she is who she. Mind you, ये स्तुति का स्पेशलिटी ये है कि she has to balance between a relation and speaking to God. The relation is, she is Krishna's बुआ, सगी बुआ है. तो बुआ अपना मर्यादा कैसे छोड़ के जा सकती है आगे? तो she doesn't say, हाँ मैं आपके चरणों की धूल हूँ, ये वो. She doesn't start. She starts with Namaste. First she says Namaste Purusham to Adyam. What is she saying? You are the first Purusha, or rather only Purusha. Only Purusha. Lord is the only Purusha. हम सब प्रकृति हैं. क्यों? हम लोग सब एक आत्मा है, और आत्मा का कभी कोई जेंडर नहीं होता है. उसको कभी आत्मा को मेल बॉडी मिल सकता है, तो कभी फीमेल बॉडी, एक पुरुष का शरीर मिल सकता है या एक स्त्री का शरीर मिल सकता है. हमको खुद को पता नहीं है. We don't know how many times I have been born as a male and how many times I have been formed as a female. Not just in the human yoni, in so many yonis, in the 84 lakh species. Sometimes I may be a male donkey or sometimes I may be a female donkey. But soul does not have a gender. So only one Purusha is there. And who is that Purusha? Krishna. He is the Supreme Purusha. And he is the Tva Adyam. भगवान पहले भी कह चुके हैं, मुझसे पहले ना कोई था, मेरे बाद में, मतलब आफ्टर द डिसोल्यूशन ऑफ दिस अर्थ ऑल्सो देयर वोंट बी एनीबडी. दैट मीन्स व्हाट? कृष्णा वॉज, लॉर्ड वॉज ऑल अलोन. एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंड? आपको अकेले एक रूम में डाल देंगे तो कितना दिन लगेगा? कितना देर अच्छा लगेगा? आप क्या करोगे? यू विल पुट ऑन द टीवी और पुट ऑन सम म्यूजिक और वॉच सम यूट्यूब, इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक, समथिंग टू कीप एंटरटेन यू. तो अकेले आप रूम में, भले एसी रूम है, आप कितना देर बैठोगे एक रूम में? टाइम टू टाइम खाना आ रहा है, सब कुछ आ रहा है, फिर भी आ रहे, यू विल गेट बोर्ड, राइट? सिमिलरली लॉर्ड ऑल्सो गेट्स बोर्ड. एकाकी न रमते. व्हाट इज द वर्ड इन शास्त्र? इट सेज एकाकी न रमते. एकहम बहुश्यामी. मैं एक हूं, बहुत बन जाता हूं. दैट इज वाई एक में से बहुश्यामी, बहुत बन जाते हैं. एंड दैट इज वाई वी ऑल आर ममेव अंश जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातन. हम लोग सब भगवान के अंश हैं, हम लोग उसमें से निकले हुए. दैट इज वाई त्वम आद्यम. आद्यम का 2-3 मंत्र है, मतलब है. फर्स्ट अर्थ इज यू आर द सीनियर. सेकेंड इज no one is superior to you. You are the supermost. आपसे ऊपर कोई नहीं है. And third meaning, Adyam means after dissolution also you are the only person who will survive. No one else is going to survive. And where are we going to go? We are going to go into the Lord's body only. As souls, not carrying this पंचभूत शरीर को लेके हम लोग नहीं जाएंगे. हम लोग ईश्वरम प्रकृते परम. व्हाट इज दैट? ईश्वर प्रकृते परम. व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड इन दैट? ही इज द, यस, यू आर द ईश्वरा. यू आर द वन हु इज इन फुल कंट्रोल ऑफ द थिंग्स. यू आर इन कंट्रोल. ईश्वर का मतलब क्या है? ईश्वर मतलब कंट्रोलर. आई एम द, ही इज द कंट्रोलर. पहला आद्यम बताया, फिर क्या बोला उन्होंने? यू आर द कंट्रोलर. यू आर अबाउ द 3 मोड्स ऑफ नेचर. यू आर अनएफेक्टेड. माइंड यू नो, इट्स लाइक हलवाई के दुकान में मिठाई बनती है, और अक्सर कहावत है ना, हलवाई कभी अपने दुकान का मिठाई नहीं खाता. सिमिलरली वाई इट्स, यू नो, समथिंग what chemical is doing, you know, it's what kachra is putting. So I mean that doesn't apply logically to God, but Lord is the creator of the 3 modes of nature, but he is not under the 3 modes of nature. Please understand this. He is the creator of the 3 modes of nature. And why does why the 3 modes of nature have to be created? What is the purpose of creating the 3 modes of nature? I think I have to start my basic class only. 3 modes of nature. Yes, Prabhu, Prabhu, what do you think? Why Lord has made 3 modes of nature?
To live in this material world, modes of nature is required. Like if I want to go to sleep, I require to be under mode of ignorance. Then only I can sleep. Then
Very
in
good.
the morning, I require to get in the mode of passion.
Satogun.
then I can
No, Satogun. No. Then passion, under passion only you can work, otherwise you cannot work. Very nice. So 3 modes, undertaking the shelter of the 3 modes only, all the activities in the world happen. If you don't take the shelter, you will not be able to do that activity. For example, it is said that if one wants to indulge in sexual activity, that is, it comes under the mode of ignorance. So he has to undertake the mode of ignorance. If he wants to do, he is reading Ram Katha or Bhagavatam, and if he wants to enjoy even sensual pleasure, it is not possible. He has to be under the mode of ignorance. And being in the mode of ignorance, if someone thinks I can read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and Ram Katha and Vedas, Puranas, it is next to impossible. So that mode is required. You have to take the shelter of that mode to accomplish that activity. If that shelter of the mode is shelter of that mode is not taken, you cannot accomplish this activity. That is why we say Anna Shuddhi, Ahar Shuddhi, Mana Shuddhi, Rakta Shuddhi, Sattva Shuddhi, ये सब हम लोग बड़ा बड़ा डायलॉग क्यों मार रहे हैं? Because जैसा आपका अन्न वैसा आपका मन. And if you are eating tamoguni food, you are drinking alcohol, you are eating non-veg, and you want to think, no, Prabhuji, I come on Saturday and Sunday to both the classes, and I purify for the whole week to sin again. Then you are a fool. You are a fool. क्या फायदा? नदी में जाके नहाया, बाहर आके हाथी जैसा अपने सिर पे मट्टी डाल लेता है, वैसे ही है. What is the use? So that is one of the main purposes. One has to be away from this other three modes of nature, and that is why Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, Triguna Vishya Veda Nistriguna Bhava Arjuna Nirdvando Nitya Sattvasthito Niryogakshemam Atmavan. He says very clearly, Triguna Vishya Veda Nistriguna Bhava Arjuna. तीनों गुण से बाहर निकल, रजोगुण, सतोगुण, तमोगुण, तीनों से निकल. और क्या? नित्य सत्व स्थितो. Always be situated in pure goodness. सतोगुण में देवी देवता का पूजा भी आता है. सतोगुण में आपका कर्मकांड पूरा सतोगुण में आता है. You can't do कर्मकांड इन रजोगुण और तमोगुण, you do in सतोगुण only. But then उसमें इच्छाएं, चलो मेरी नौकरी मिल जाए, छोकरी मिल जाए, शादी हो जाए, मतलब बच्चा हो जाए, प्रमोशन हो जाए, जो भी हो, small petty things which are too it's totally immaterial in this material world. Totally immaterial in the material world. And many people, like I always ask this question, when did Bill Gates do a Lakshmi Pujan? Still, he is the richest man. And many people are doing daily Lakshmi Pujan, ye, wo, sab karte hain. Fir bhi they don't get that much of richness. Because there you cannot alter the law of karma by doing small petty pujas. So it's a different topic. I will not go into the depth of it, otherwise I will be stuck in the three modes of nature. I will not be able to discuss the actual purpose of this class. Alakshya sarvabhutanam. Alakshyam sarvabhutanam. What does this mean? आप किसी के नजर में नहीं आते हो. You अलक्ष्य. लक्ष्य मतलब देखना. अलक्ष्य मतलब ना दिखना. अलक्ष्य सर्वभूतानाम. सभी इसके अंदर आप अलक्ष्य हो. You cannot be seen. अंतर बहिर अवस्थितम. Now why does she say अंतर बहिर अवस्थितम? 2 मिनट पहले तो हुआ ना, वो बाहर भी खड़े हैं. कुंती महारानी उत्तरा भाग के आई और कहा कि भाई कृष्णा मेरा बच्चे को बचा लो, मेरे गर्भ को बचा लो. बाहर खड़े हैं और फिर अंदर से भी काम कर रहे हैं. फ्रॉम द हार्ट ही इज गोइंग डाउन इनटू द वूम and he is trying saving the child from the Brahmastra. It is said very nicely, the whole womb got charred. Only the child was saved. And it was literally impossible. Only because of Krishna, only because of God could this happen. No one else could do it. So this is how the first verse is. Please read the translation and the purport.
Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all.
इतना सब करने के बाद भी that what makes God special. सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, रोज हमको दिख रहा है. सूर्य उग रहा है टाइम पे, अस्त हो रहा है टाइम पे, वर्षा आ रही है, ऋतुएं आ रही है, एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग इन सिस्टम. और हम लोग ही हैं जो सिस्टम में नहीं है. बिकॉज वी आर लेजी, वी डोंट वांट टू डू एनीथिंग, वी आर अनसिस्टमैटिक पीपल. बट व्हाट हैपेंस बिकॉज ऑफ दिस? व्हाट इज द थिंग? इतना सब देखने के बावजूद लोग आके पूछते हैं भगवान किधर है? वेयर इज गॉड? आई कांट सी गॉड. अरे भाई, पूरा यूनिवर्स इज गोइंग इन परफेक्ट. व्हाट हैपेंड इन त्रिशंकु? स्वर्ग में क्या हुआ? व्हेन त्रिशंकु वेंट, वाज सेंट by Vishwamitra Muni, How did he send him? Because he was in envy with Vishwamitra Muni. Vashishta Muni. Vishwamitra Muni was in envy with Vashishta Muni. Vashishta Muni said, I can't send you. He went to his sons. Ikshvaku king, it's not a Tom, Dick and Harry. He's an Ikshvaku king. And he is going and telling the sons, I want to go with this body, I want to go to heaven. Said, it is not possible. My father has also said, ये हो नहीं सकता, आपको मैं इस सर शरीर नहीं भेज सकता हूँ. तो immediately अपना they said, no, हम king insisted, मुझे जाना ही है. So they cursed him. What did they curse him? To Chandal बन जा. All, and I mean, there's a lot of analysis. I don't want to go into the depth of it. I mean, how many people are wearing imitation jewelries? उनको भी चांडाली कहा जाता है शास्त्र में. Because all his golden ornaments changed to iron. उसका जितने भी राजा था तो उसके सारे आभूषण स्वर्ण के थे. But as soon as he got cursed, forget about his looks, he became very ugly, became very dark. More than that, he lost all his golden ornaments. It got converted to iron ornaments. That's why it is said, you wear small gold is better than wearing big iron ones. Okay, take it. It's the age of times have changed. All set. Okay, now coming back to our story. So when he said, then he went to Vishwamitra Muni. He said, I want to go to heaven. He said, why you want to go to heaven? No, actually I went and told Vashishta Muni, he rejected, and his sons also rejected, and they have made me Chandal. They cursed me. It was challenge. Vashishta Muni, he said, तो अब मैं भेजूंगा तुझे. और कैसे भेजूंगा? So that is my headache, don't worry. With this body you are going to go to heaven. And he used all his tapobal. उन्होंने जितना भी तपस्या किया था, सालों का तपस्या था. So that is why Ramchandra ji says, when he is in Dandakaranya, Sita Maya says, why are you fighting for these Rishi Munis? That time Ramchandra ji says, these Rishi Munis are strong enough to protect themselves. वो लोग एक हुंकार मारेंगे तो राक्षस मर जाएंगे. Just by one curse. But what happens? They lose their tapobal. So they say they don't want to lose their tapobal killing an asura. इतना मेहनत से तपोबल, इतना मुश्किल से, years and years of tapasya, that too standing in the heat and rain and snow and doing tapasya, and एक असुर को मार के फायदा क्या, तो थोड़ा दिन के बाद दूसरा आएगा. So they don't use that tapobal for killing small asuras. So that's why Ramchandra says, I will do the needful. But यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? He says, चलो, I will send you. And he reads the mantras. And the Trishanku started going ahead. Up. उसका ऊपर जाने लगा. स्वर्ग में जा रहा है. स्वर्ग के दरवाजे से जाते ही इंद्र ने देखा, ये कौन है? काला सा, लोखंड का ये सब डाल के, शरीर, सॉरी, किक मार दिया उसको नीचे. So he said, go down. So he started falling down. And he fell down how? Upside down. He started falling down. And started shouting, hey Vishwamitra, बचाओ मुझे, मैं वापस आ रहा हूँ, I'm coming back to the earthly planet. And immediately Vishwamitra said, अब तो और इज्जत का सवाल है. It's a matter of my prestige. How will I save him? Immediately he said, don't worry, this tapobal, he made him stand ulta. Upside down he was standing. And he said, I will create the entire Swarga for you. That is what is called as Trishangu Swarga. He created the entire Swarga planetary system. Swarga is not one planet, it's a planetary system. And he created with this tapobal. And ये सब होने के बाद, now creation is done, but उसको action movement में तो डालना पड़ेगा. तब उसको पता चला, उसका मोबाइल का बैटरी में से अपना पीप आवाज मारता है, तो उसको मालूम पड़ा मेरा तपस्या का फल खत्म हो गया है. I am exhausted of my tapobal. Then what to do? He was wandering here and there, and now the entire Swarga creation, whatever Swarga was created, that was coming towards the earth along with Trishanku. The problem was, अगर वो गिरेगा धरती पे, धरती को प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. दैट्स द एंटायर प्लैनेटरी सिस्टम इज कमिंग टुवर्ड्स द अर्थ ना. सो नाउ व्हाट टू डू? देन इमीडिएटली जब सब प्रॉब्लम हो जाते हैं, मनुष्य एक ही काम करता है, भगवान को बुला लेता है. Immediately called, started praying to Vishnu, please save me, I don't know, this whole earth is falling down, this whole planetary system is falling down, the earth will get devastated, all living entities will die, please save. Immediately Vishnu Bhagavan came and said, don't worry, but you realize one thing, मेरे अंदर कितना ताकत है, पूरा चला रहा हूँ. तुम एक स्वर्ग का प्लानिटरी सिस्टम नहीं चला पा रहे हो. हाँ, मैं तो पूरा ब्रह्मांड चला रहा हूँ, मतलब ऐसे हजारों करोड़ों ब्रह्मांड में चला रहा हूँ. सो डोंट ट्राई टू बिकम ऑपरेटर. मेनी ऑफ अस थिंक हाँ मेरे वजह से चल रही है, दिस इंस्टीट्यूट इज रनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ मी, मैं नहीं रहूँगा तो इंस्टीट्यूशन गिर जाएगा या कंपनी गिर जाएगी. प्लीज डोंट हैव दैट फीलिंग. वेदर यू आर अलाइव और डेड, this world is going to go because you are too inconspicuous for this world. This world is going to run nicely, and it is run by God himself. So immediately Lord Vishnu took care of the whole thing. So the point what I am trying to say is, Ishwar, he is a controller, he is operator. Yes, you read or you have to read or? Prabhuji? Purport. Yeah. Continue the purport. Who is reading the purport?
Srimati Kunti Devi was quite aware that Krishna...
You can read from the book. The book is having the same purport, no?
This
Huh?
Srimati Kunti Devi was quite aware that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, although he was playing the part of her nephew. Such an enlightened lady could not commit a mistake by offering obeisances unto her nephew. Therefore, she addressed him as the original Purusha, beyond the material cosmos. Although all living entities are also transcendental, they are neither original nor infallible. The living entities are apt to fall down under the clutches of material nature, but the Lord is never like that. In the Vedas, therefore, he is described as the chief among all living entities. Then again he is addressed as Ishvara, or the controller. The living entities or the demigods like Chandra and Surya are also to some extent Ishvara, but none of them is the supreme Ishvara or the ultimate controller.
इसके लिए all demigods are referred to as Ishvara. आप भी ईश्वर हो, ईश्वर हो. But who is the supreme controller? None other than Lord.
Krishna the Parameshvara or the Super Soul. He is both within and without. Although he was present before Srimati Kunti as a nephew, he was only within her and everyone else. In the Bhagavad Gita 15.15, the Lord says, I am situated in everyone's heart, and only due to me and me one remembers, forgets, and cognizant, etc.
Who remembers the verse?
Sannivisto.
हाँ कि नहीं पूरा वर्स? याद है किसी को? हाँ बोलो, पूरा वर्ष बोलो. सर्वस्य हृदयं सन्निविष्टो मत स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम अपोनाम च वेदे सर्वे अहम वेद्यो वेदांतकृत वेदविद एव च अहम. लॉर्ड क्लियरली सेज दिस कि भाई सर्वस्य हृदय अहम सन्निविष्टो, आई एम एग्जिस्टिंग इन एवरीवन्स हार्ट. कोई भी अगर नास्तिक हो बोले ना भगवान जाओ डुब, उसको गिरना ही पड़ेगा नीचे. If someone who is an atheist, he says, Bhagavan, I don't need you. Arey, without God, you cannot exist for a millisecond also. What to talk about a second, a millisecond also, or a microsecond also. God is existing in each and every heart. That is why every living entity is able to be alive. And that is proof is consciousness. When you're doing a wrong act, when you don't chant, instead of being told n number of times, when someone doesn't chant, अंदर से कुछ तो आवाज़ आती रहेगी ना, आती है ना. चीटिंग कर रहा है, प्लीज़ चैंट 16 राउंड्स. पिक्चर देखने को टाइम है, धंधा करने को टाइम है, ये करने को टाइम है, वो करने को टाइम है, मगर भक्ति करने को टाइम नहीं है. दैट वॉइस इज नन अदर देन द लॉर्ड्स वॉइस. कुछ लोग हैं जो उसको अनसुना कर देते हैं, बट इट्स ऑलवेज द केस. आई टेल यू अ स्टोरी. वंस देयर वाज अ थीफ. Very nice thief. Hat trick pe hat trick. And finally, he had done 49 robberies. Now he was due for his 50th one. 50th हो गया तो उसको लगा wow, I made half a century. Now I should go for full century. ऐसा करते करते 99 complete हो गया. On the 100th burglary, he got caught. It looks tough, na? One run short of the century and you're out. ज़्यादा दुख होता है ना. 95 में आउट होगा तो भी चलेगा. 99 पे आउट होना ज़्यादा दर्द. That's the problem with this. So 99th burglary was successful, but the 100th burglary he got caught and he was put inside the lockup. बैठे बैठे भगवान कैसा आदमी है तू. 99 चोरी में इतना मतलब नो वन कुड इवन कैच मी. 100th चोरी में मैं पकड़ा गया. तो इट इज़ वेरी बैड. तब भगवान उधर प्रकट हो गया. भगवान बोले बेटा एवरी टाइम यू आर डूइंग चोरी आई टोल्ड यू डोंट डू इट. अंदर से आवाज दिया था मत कर मत कर. सुना तो मेरा बात. एवरी मर्डरर नोज व्हाट ही इज डूइंग इज रॉन्ग. Every rapist knows what he's doing is wrong. Every robber knows what he's doing is wrong. Anyone who is doing a wrong activity knows very well what he is doing is wrong. But he tries to, behave as if he has not heard his consciousness. And that is none other than the Lord Himself speaking inside from our heart. So that is why Lord says, Sarvasya Hridayam Sannivishto. Mata smritir jnanam apohanam cha. From me comes remembrance and forgetfulness and knowledge. Some people are born knowledgeful, some people are not born knowledgeful. Some people का remembrance शक्ति बहुत अच्छा है. That means they should not think, hey, I've got a good memory. Please don't think like that. If Lord wants, in 1 second, your memory goes dull, zero. And if He wants, He can give you all memories. Please continue.
Through all the Vedas, I am to be known because I am the compiler of the Vedas and I am the teacher of the Vedanta.
Yes, Vedesh sarver aham vedayo. सभी वेदों से मुझे जानो. अहम वेदयो. To veda means to know. Vedayo. Vedanta krit. I am the writer or the compiler. Vedanta krit. Vedavit. This is more important. Knower of the Vedas. I am not just only the writer, but I am the knower of the Vedas. Vedanta krit, Vedavit, evacha aham. He says clearly, मैं. That is why, if you want to know who is God, you have to read the Bhagavad Gita. बाकी आप गरुड़ पुराण पढ़ो, लक्ष्मी पुराण पढ़ो, शिव पुराण पढ़ो, गणेश पुराण पढ़ो. सब पुराण में, गणेश पुराण में गणेश जी को एकदम सुपर हीरो बताया गया है. वे गो टू शिव पुराण, शिव जी को सुपर हीरो बताया गया है. और भगवद गीता में भगवान खुद बोलते हैं ये सब कामे से थे हृत ज्ञानम प्रपद्यन्ते अन्य देवता. बट मैं आई एम स्पेशल. क्लियर कट बोल देते हैं. प्लीज रीड.
The Lord is to speak a puzzle for the common man. Queen Kunti experienced personally that Lord Krishna was present before her, yet He entered within the womb of Uttara to save her embryo from the attack of Ashwatthama's Brahmastra. Kunti herself was puzzled about whether Sri Krishna is all-pervasive or localized. In fact, He is both, but He reserves the right of not being exposed to persons who are not surrendered souls. This checking curtain is called Maya and called the Maya, energy of the Supreme Lord. And it
this part we will be discussing next verse. Maya javanika channam agya dokshaja vyayam nalakshyase mudhadrasa nato natya dharo yatah. This verse, there is a next verse. उसमें हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे माया का जवनिका. जवनिका मतलब पर्दा. हमारा माया का पर्दा कैसे लगा हुआ है ये आपको दिखेगा उसमें. या प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
And it controls the limited vision of rebellious soul. It is explained as follows.
तो नेक्स्ट वर्स में वो आएगा. वो है whole thing comes. Okay, then with this we would like to close today's lecture. I think we will discuss a little more on this next verse because already it's quite late. So we can stop the recording. Anybody has got any doubts, questions, can ask. किसी का कोई प्रश्न है